morning, everybody. Welcome to yet another
Let's
night of
start.
Mama's Overwatch Guild. And tonight we have a Tier 1 game, Flight Club versus Pepe Hands. And your casters today are Jibba, Sebi, and brand new to Stream Team, in their debut, Dr. Grill.
Hi.
Pause button works. It's always a good thing to check.
Great thing to check.
And we still have that spectator bug that Overwatch has not fixed yet, clearly.
Oh,
So what?
I'm glad to see. I'm glad to see we're starting off on well here. Actually,
I hate this map.
it's horrible to play on, but it's definitely really fun to watch well, especially like when you can get a lot of boops going, a lot of hooks going, or if like the Hammond pile drives into the well. It's a really fun map to watch. It's really difficult to play on.
Is that shade at Cool Fast last night? Because our Hammond did pile drive into the well last night a couple of times.
Nah, it's a joke about my own team.
Okay. I was
Alright, seems that we're gonna have a Genji on the... Yeah. We're gonna
On the
have
side
a
of Fight
Genji
Club.
on Fight Club, yes. Which is definitely an interesting choice. I don't think I've seen a Genji in a while being played. We also have a Hog Orisa, not a surprise, it's well, and Hog Orisa on Pepe Hand's side as well. Not shocking. Knowing that the Hanzo on Pepe Hands is honestly a good choice against the Orisa, because Storm Arrow can knock down that Orisa barrier really, really fast.
It looks like both teams are going to go straight to point.
Yep.
Lucio's.
yeah, both teams are pretty similar in terms of comps. Only the DPS
Yeah.
swapping here. M3 on the Genji does put in a lot of work though, so you can't
Twitch is
discredit
in the
that.
back lines at the moment.
Yeah, he's usually really good at
That's
getting
really-
back there.
Favor of Flight Club.
This is
Cobra with
pretty
another
good
pick
for
here.
Fight Club. Mori gets a pick, but it's not enough. And
Cobra
Fight
with
Club
a
seems like they're going
three-piece
to take
here.
this right now. Oh, a very good boop on Chris. From Chris. Crit.
That was a pretty back and forth fight, but it did look, Flight Club looked really strong just in the way that they kind of
Yeah.
collapsed there upon Pepe Hands.
They did a very good job like coordinating together and giving the space for their Reaper in order to go in the back line.
Mhm.
But now it seems
Always
like Pepe
handy to
is
have a
trying
Lucio
to
fragging
make a
out as well.
comeback. That as well. Ooh, nice pick from Twitch.
Twitch getting that early
He's
pick
still in
again.
that back line. They're just like not contesting him.
It's going to be impossible
It's-
for Pepe Hands to fight this.
Between Twitch and M3 in the back lines with Cobra there to kind of help,
Dragon Blade coming out.
Cobra helping
Really
with some
nice
of these
Dragon Blade
heals.
going on from M3.
Yeah, they're going to be tough to kind of, that's a good little trio there to have to deal with.
Oh yeah.
Now, Ult's looking really healthy for Flight Club right now.
M3 already
Yeah, Fight Club is
50%.
looking very strong right now.
Dragons do
Ooh,
come out.
Dragon's coming out. And FDR does get the Genji. Oh, and he also gets the ulting Reaper, which is a very good pick to have. Lucio's
think
getting
this
to the
may be
back
enough.
lines, tries to get a pick, but misses.
Very even fight right
Pepe
now.
loses their Orisa. Oh. Looks like Pepe is trying to take this back.
Good switch from Letters to that McCree to kind of deal with those attackers there on the side of Flight Club. He's able to stun both of them and hopefully deal with them, especially if he gets some help with Wolf from Wolf.
Yeah.
That being said, M3's already got another blade coming out for the next fight here. Though Crits does have beat to counter that.
And Rocco also had just used pylons and already themselves they're back there too.
Ooh, great job picking off FDR from the side of Pepe Hands. I mean, from the side of Fight Club.
What a beautiful hook by J-Dog.
Coalescence on both sides comes out. The beat comes out on Pepe Hands.
Well, that's huge because that
Oh,
leaves
but a
M3
really
with
good
a
hook from
free
J-Dog
free
again.
blade as well.
Oh yeah.
The thing is, though, is that Flight Club still has not capped this point back yet. So they did just give
No.
almost 10% more to
Just during that
to Pepe
fight
Hands.
alone.
Yeah, just trying to follow up on those kills.
It's going to be tough for Pepe Hands though. They've only got dragons really coming into this.
Ooh, yeah. Though it seems like FDR is getting his old.
Murray did get the first
another
pick of the
Dragon
fight.
Blade.
After Following up.
Gets the Hanzo.
We might be seeing some
But
dragons
it
from
seems
spawn.
I wouldn't say it's needed here. I think Pepe's got this here.
Yeah, Pepe
Yeah,
seems
looks
to have
like it.
taken us back. Oh, but a very nice boob from Cobra. Doesn't seem like it's enough to hold off Pepe hands.
So ult advantage a little bit more on the side of Pepe hands at this point now, but we do see Twitch almost has that Reaper ult again, so need letters here to get back so he can stun Twitch out.
They did play that really well though. They managed to bait out M3's blade without using any ults or having any ults in that fight. Now they've got both DPS ults and a Moira Coalescence coming
Got
out.
dragons coming out. In Coalescence.
Here comes the Reaper ult. It's a big ult.
Twitch gets 2 really good kills there, which is Moira.
There's enough for Pepe
and-
hands to keep the point. I don't think it is. Crit's the only one on point here.
Oof, yeah. It looks like Fight Club is taking this one back.
It's going to be
Now,
tough for
can they
Pepe
get on
hands
and
to touch here.
stall? Yeah.
Doomfist might.
Oh, Doomfist
nice.
does!
We get a touch, we get a touch. Now
Really
we have
good job
Ball on
by,
point as well.
Letters here.
We got a Sombra from Hydra now as well. Very
So
nice.
still going
hook
back and
from
forth right
Wolf.
now. Barocca
Very
did
back and forth.
make
He
things go
comes
in their
out on
favour
the
right
side
now.
of Fight Club.
After finally
Seems-
taken out by Twitch.
Crits is still there though. Stall on this point for the rest of the team to get back. As I say that, caster cursed.
And Fight Club takes it.
Really back and forth fight actually. It's quite impressive to see Pepe hands actually pull through, even when Flight Club had their Genji blades.
Honestly, yeah, they did a really good job coordinating ults there in order to use what they can to get on point and capture it.
That
But
actually
So
was...
Fight
like-
Club had
Go ahead.
No, you.
I was just going to say that actually was something I wanted to point out. Not at any point in that fight did you really sit there and think, like, that ult could have been saved or better utilized or used in a different way. All of the ults from both of the teams there were really used properly and thought out.
No, yeah, definitely. There was never a bad ult that I can gauge from. All of them were very well used. And that's definitely key. And that's why we're having such a good back and forth right now.
It's interesting to see. We've got double shields from both teams actually.
Oh,
We've got
very
Sigma
nice.
and Reinhardt.
But still the Genji
differentiating
on the
them
Fight
there.
Club side, which is definitely interesting. Oh, first pick on on FDR.
That's a good first pick as well.
Very nice accretion kill from J-Dog.
Doomfist
Oh,
is
and
really
again,
pesky against
another
double
good
shield,
kill.
so J-Dog doing a really good job here.
Yeah, J-Dog has been doing very well in both tanks that he's played so far.
After it does come back and is able to take out Twitch. Only down one at the moment.
Reinhardt seems to be going right to point, but dies instantly after getting Cobra.
Still back and forth right now. Looking in favor of Pepe hands.
Nice use of Immort Field to be able to
so
kind of push in
close.
aggressively there.
And Pepe takes it.
Can they take this
after Fight
stagger?
Club has 25%.
They can. That was a really good stagger from Efter.
Very good stagger.
Both teams have a lot of ults working to work with here.
Yeah, I was going to say they're pretty even right now in regards to that. Little more on the
Real
side
on
of Flight
both
Club.
side.
Yeah, I mean they
Got
do
a
have
blade
the
going out on the side of Fight
they
Club.
have beat ready as well for anything that Pepe hands brings out.
It was a really good job from FTR, from
There it
Hydra
is.
to stun the ulting Genji. Oh, and a really nice Deadeye kill there. Getting the Sigma right off the bat, so really good kill to have. Coalescence went on both sides.
Good focus there from Twitch. I know we weren't really able to see it, but Twitch and Hydra both fell down to the back left to that mini down there. Twitch made sure to take out Hydra before using that ult, because then there's no stun there to kind of deny the Reaper that space.
And he was able to take out the coalescing Moira as well.
Though Fight Club did have to use a lot of ults for that, they still have the Orisa ult coming. Yeah, they still have the Orisa ult, which can be a really good ult to just use to push back from a team fight. So hopefully they can use that to keep Pepe Hands from advancing. Oh, Pepe Hands pops their own bongos, though.
Smart placement by Mori to kind of try and
Very.
hide those bongos behind the pillar there from the team, but
But
they were able to
Hydra with
take
the
it
first
out.
Does
picks
get
of the
it.
fight.
Kills seem to be going in favor of Pepe Hands right now. As FDR literally wipes out with, like, wipes everyone with Doomfist.
If I was that Orisa, I would just back out and jump off.
Ooh.
They are able to stall it. Maybe get into a one-fight territory. Again, this fight's been really even so far.
It basically, like you just said, will be one fight territory for both of these teams. You don't want to see Pepe Hands over ult here because they're gonna need this to get through this fight in the next one.
Especially since they have some very good ults on their side. You don't want to just waste Shatter when it can be used to help.
Oh,
Ooh,
that's a
very
huge
nice.
grab.
Grab. Very nice grab.
But really
The
good
Amon
in
was even
field.
bigger though.
That blade coming in.
Absolutely.
Looks like Fight Club's gonna take this back. Oh, but a really nice Doomfist ult from FDR.
Flight
And a
Club only at
coalescence
one at
kill
the moment.
from MGM.
Shatter does find two
He
here.
comes out.
Nice to see that Wolf did not do what a lot of Reinhardts typically would want to do, and that's charge after that shatter,
Yep.
knowing that he'll be going off the edge.
We have a ball coming in order to get back to point faster. And now it's one fight territory.
And they do have that Matrix field to engage with if they can get a pick or two with it.
Oh yeah.
Pepe have to be quick and touch here. It's going to be difficult.
I think that's what that Tracer is going to be looking to do while the rest of the team engages strong in the battle.
Oh, they did get the touch.
Oh. More.
But that's the main healer out already.
Right away. But it seems like
Gonna be a
Pepe is
tough
getting
fight.
two really good kills.
It's definitely winnable.
Oh.
Also,
And they have
favor
these
Pepe has
ults.
right
They
now.
have these ults now.
Ooh, but Twitch does get Hydra. Still.
These healers will be able to do a lot on point unless they take them down.
Yeah, and it's looking in favor of Pepe Hands right now.
But M3 is gonna stall, it seems, with everyone else.
M3 is so low. Wolf is able to find
Wolf
two.
is able to get two.
It's looking like a lost fight right now for Flight Club. Good job by Twitch to avoid that shatter actually, but not enough to win the fight. Now for ruins. Any sort of clumps you'd like to see? Jibba, Grill?
Honestly, this is a really good sniper map, if I remember correctly. Though, of course, with Double Shield, you don't want to be playing a Widow, but a Hanzo would, of course, be good to break down the shield for an Orisa. Though maybe I'm just biased about Hanzo, but I just think he's a very good hero in most comps.
Widows on this map are, as a healer, super frustrating, but also really amazing, especially depending on how accurate the Widows are. They can get a lot of early picks, so I would definitely like to see a Widow. A Mei wall, I'd love to see a Mei. I know we don't have that on either of these teams, but...
We are getting Hanzo on Pepe Hands, though, and a Sombra from Twitch, which is very interesting, as I would not have thought of playing Sombra against this comp. Normally, I think you want to play Sombra against, like, a Roadhog or a Diva. But I'm kind of curious to see what Twitch is thinking.
Seth, welcome to the
I have
stream.
a feeling it was for the Doomfist, because he was putting in a lot of work from Epta there.
Oh, it seems Pepe is getting some really strong kills right now.
And they get the first take on this point. This is the kind of aggressiveness I like seeing teams do. You want to push up and hold as far up in this choke as you can.
Especially on Ruins, because Ruins has like a lot of little back areas.
Yep.
And you don't want that team to get behind you. We have Twitch is teleporting up top.
That being said,
Doesn't seem
both
like
Rhymes
they
are pretty
noticed.
close when it comes to ult right now.
Yeah.
Triangle Fest is starting.
We got a Coalescence coming out on both
Coalescence.
sides. And also a Matrix coming out on the side of Pepe Hands. Dragons 2 coming up from Pepe Hands. That's 3 ults from Pepe Hands right now.
Nice counter stun there from Wolf to take out J-Dog. Make sure that none of the team got hurt there.
Good follow-up by Hydra and Efter there. Already at 50%.
And I think he just used dragons, like literally a second ago.
Oh, I don't notice. Yeah, he's
already
definitely
about to
putting in
get
a
back,
lot of
which is
damage.
amazing.
We do have a few ults online for both teams though, so
Yep. J-Dog has his Shatter. And we also almost have a Matrix coming up for Fight Club as well, and a Blade, and Bongo is about to come up. Twitch
Here come the
seems to be trying
bongos.
to go behind.
And Twitch,
was able to find MGM.
We got Blade going, and he gets a really good kill on Hydra and FDR.
M3 popping off here, able to find 2. Switch with a follow-up.
it does look like Flight Club will take that one.
Yep.
I think it's
Invested-
3 ults there, but
Yeah.
that being said, they've still got 3 ults to work with.
They almost have another Coalescence, a Death Blossom, and they have a Matrix already up and running for them.
And they did bait out some ults on the side of Pepe Hands.
Yeah. Some really good ults too. Though they also have another Matrix on the side of Pepe Hands and almost a Coalescence. Oh, it looks like Twitch is trying to get into the back lines. Very nice kill on the Moira right away.
Oh, that was a beautiful combo from J-Dog and Cobra there with the Matrix 5 strike. Able to find Efter.
A lot of
That
ults
should be
being
enough for them to
used
win.
to keep them back, though.
Very
Twitch
big
with a
Death
3-piece
Blossom right
here.
there from Twitch.
Make that a 4K.
Wow.
I think we found play of the game.
Twitch is just doing very well right now, the team. He's definitely on Reaper, making it very hard for Pepe Hands to push in, because they gotta keep watching for that Reaper in the back lines.
Dragon's coming out.
Dragon's coming out from Pepe. Doesn't seem to get anyone. Oh no, it does get M3 though. But J-Dog does get Wolf.
J-Dog is separated a little
Mori-
bit, and the team
Yeah.
does focus fire him down.
With Pepe, yeah, with the Coalescence coming out, they do focus fire, and it seems like they're going to be able to get the, it seems that they're going to be able to take this back, unless someone can
And they
touch
just need to
that.
push
That's
up and be
looking like-
aggressive.
Yeah,
That's looking like it.
it looks like Pepe is going to take this one.
Very back and forth, though, between both of these teams on all 3 of those maps.
Oh yeah, 100%. You
And
can tell
it's
that
really-
both teams are just trying their absolute hardest to win the team fight.
This is a great ult that we're seeing right now.
Oh yeah.
Sorry Twitch, I played the game for you.
I just meant the glitching. That was all. Really strong healing done there by MGM. All right, we can back us to the lobby.
Time for the best map in the game.
Kinsro.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so can you just let Flight Club know one of their members is going to have to bounce on out because we're going to keep it fairly even here on the spectators.
Yeah, sure.
And Pepe Hands did have 4 in, so they're going to have to choose a member that has to bounce out. And then ask them for swaps and readies, please.
Godspeed for Mori on the side of Pepe Hands. Okay.
I mean, if I have to pick, I'll just remove the last people that joined, which was Smooth.
You'll need to remove 2 so that
Yeah,
Pepe
so
can get
it's
2 more.
even.
No, because then it's not going to be even. If we remove 2, it's going to be uneven.
Is
Well,
it?
it's, one team's always going to have 5, and
Right,
the other's
but
going to have.
Flight Club had more people in here initially, so only one person from Flight Club technically needs to leave, unless we're just going to leave an open spectator spot. But people are going to keep joining in and out. That's fine. We'll leave one. We'll leave one of the spectator spots open. Um, because Seth, yeah, and both of these teams basically have their full rosters here, so we're trying to keep it fair and even. I'm just gonna remove the extra spectator spot then. Um,
Seems like someone's trying to join in. Oh,
all right. So were there any switches for Flight Club or?
doesn't seem like
God's
it.
Godspeed for Mori. You done
You
that
did
right?
that already. Yeah.
And that looks like it. We've got readies from both teams.
Okay. Godspeed from Mori, and then all right. So let's go.
What do you guys want to see coming into map 2?
I think a Mei on the opposite on the defensive team would be a really good choice, just because like there's that choke, the wall fits perfectly there. You can literally just wall off any tank that comes in and focus fire them, and it's always like fun to see that, in my opinion.
Okay. Jibba, how about you?
Dive. Dive with a
Ooh.
widow is what I want to see.
Really?
Yes.
You know, I'd love to see a pharmacy on this map. Maybe a
Well,
Rhine Zarya?
a lot of people are used to kind of bunkering down on this map. So if a dive can get in there and do it correctly, especially if the other team does bunker down, goats. I agree with goats. I love goats. Um,
No.
always,
No, I have to disagree with that one.
always. I think dive can do a whole lot of work on maps, especially if they're done correctly, which we saw actually last night in our game with Duck Duck Goats. They did dive. I don't know if it was this map or a different map, and they executed it fair on Anubis. Maybe they executed it really really well.
Yeah, dive works very well on Anubis and Nubani, from what I remember.
Well, they don't pick May, but Pepe Hands have gone for the McCree Hanzo here, along with Orisa Ryan, and
Which is also a very good comp. They do
they've
have
got
the
the
Mercy,
Mercy
which
back.
is interesting.
Yeah.
Without a Pharah. And I'm a little curious to see how MGM does. They have a Widow, though, on the Fight Club side. Wonder if he's just like getting a pick and then switching. Yeah.
Yep.
M3 goes to Genji. And it's
Quite
we're gonna
smart for
have your
Cobra to use.
Rein Zarya on Fight Club side too, but instantly FDR picks Rocco. Really good res.
MGM is
from
able to get the
MGM.
res.
Wolf was very aware of Twitch there, but unfortunately was not able to stun him out like he wanted to.
Pressure is being applied here, but FD is able to get Twitch.
Ooh,
Take
And
that,
also
J-Dog
kill
as well.
J-Dog.
I like the aggressiveness from Flight Club, but unfortunately it didn't work to their favor with FD there.
Yeah, if they can get one of these shields down, either Wolf or Godspeed, I think they will be more than fine with that aggressive sort of attack that they have. Ryan Orisa instead of Ryan Sigma. What do we think of that, guys? Chat's asking.
Ryan Orisa instead of...
Ryan
No, I'm a fan of Ryan Sigma. If
No,
I'm being
I
honest
think
with you.
Ryan Sigma is just the better version of
Oh.
Ryan Orisa. You can run like Ryan Orisa, but
I totally read that
I
wrong.
don't know,
I'm
Ryan
sorry.
Sigma.
He asked Ryan Orisa instead of Sigma Orisa.
Huh.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, yeah.
Flight Club is able to find two here. Being really
Matrix
aggressive
coming out
here.
inside
Coalescence
of,
coming out as
Pepe.
well.
Got the Deadeye kill onto Rocco.
Shadow does find two. Twitch able to follow up. Godspeed with the kill on Twitch.
Going very back
Bongo's
and forth
coming out.
right now. We got a grab coming from Fight Club, but a beat coming as well from Fight Club. Ooh,
Oh, huge
Great
wave
pin
kill.
from Wolf.
M3 before he could ult.
Chuckster,
And
welcome
Pepe
to the
Hands are
stream.
actually holding this.
And it looks like we are going to get that fire that you wanted here. Fire Mercy.
Or Mercy.
Definitely stream sniping.
Interesting to see them change to that with Hydra and Efter on these characters that are kind of
on
able
hit
to
scan.
hit. Yep.
Well,
M3 is going to definitely have to play the walls really well here. He's got two snipers pretty much.
And Efter has shown he's pretty accurate with the
got another
Sanzo.
Matrix from Pepe hands. And it seems like we got Twitch is trying to go for a flank all the way around. Ooh, really nice kill on the Orisa. But it does seem like MGM gets the res though, which is really good. Dragon's coming out from Pepe hands. Doesn't get anyone, but does split the team up, which is equally good. Ooh. Ooh, 3 amazing kills from J-Dog right there. 4 amazing
that
kills
four.
from J-Dog.
And
That was a
J-Dog's pretty
very
much
nice
at another
coordinated-
grab here. Go
Very
ahead.
nice coordinated attack from Fight Club right there. It seems like they were trying to do a Shatter Death Blossom strategy, and even though the Death Blossom didn't get kills, it still let J-Dog go in there and use his high energy to just rack up kills.
Jag, we're streaming. Jag, welcome to the stream. It was nice to have you. See you later.
Rocker gets an early pick here. M3 following up.
Ooh. Hydra couldn't even use his ult because right away we got Justice raining from above.
MGM was able to take out M3 though, but Broken Wing's able to get the res on M3.
Cobra's still sitting on that payload, making sure it does move along. While the rest of the team is like just very up here and aggressively pushing
yeah.
at Pepe hands.
And Fight Club has J-Dog with this high energy and no one is contesting him whatsoever. And you got Twitch as well going in the back lines. Just a very nice coordinated attack still going on to let Fight Club snowball like this. And it seems like Pepe just keeps getting staggered. We got a
comes the
grab
grab.
coming out from...
Just keep
Ooh,
the
grab
up point.
Shatter. Ooh. Very nice kills from Rocco right there. FDR does get M3.
But goes down to Broken, who then gets the res on M3.
Yeah, but gets the res off.
So a lot of ults on the side here of Pepe hands. They just have to coordinate their usage of them.
Yep. We got Velk at the moment coming out from MGM. And dragons as well. Very nice dragon placement. It looks like it's going to get anyone, but does separate Rocco from his team. Now he seems to be back with them though, which is good for Fight Club.
Do you see
Seems like
Twitch
Twitch
being
is trying
quite
to go
sneaky here?
around.
Yeah. Is he able to find anyone? Does find Hydra.
Ooh.
Before getting
Godspeed
taken
gets
out
him
by
now.
Godspeed.
Doesn't seem like the Shatter finds anyone on the side of Pepe hands.
That was a good block by Rocco. Able
Very
to bait
good.
out the Shatter there.
Very smart retreat. Good retreat by them too. They did not lose anybody. They did not stagger themselves here.
And now there's some 3 really good ults on the side of Fight Club, while Pepe Hands is still trying to build them. So if Pepe does not play this right, this could be very bad news for them, for their hold.
Close to 5 actually. Rocco's
It
very
seems
low
like-
right now.
Yeah. Oh,
Cost to
very
curse.
nice kill on Rocco. But he
Rocco
does
Wings
get
does get
res.
the res.
Trance does come out, and Hydra does get Twitch.
Nice hammer down there
But
from
goes down
Rocco.
right away from XM.
So Mercy's currently in no man's land.
Very nice stagger on the Mercy right there.
Now the question is, can they touch? Unfortunately not.
Fight Club brings it all the way to the 3rd point.
With a little under a minute and 30. I wonder if we'll see that pharmacy again.
On defense or on attack?
On attack. It's pretty difficult running a defensive pharmacy here. Do get a May though. Fortunately it's on attack, so...
And on defense
That's a
though.
little...
There's 2
Oh,
ways.
didn't see that.
Oh.
Looks like we both got what we asked for.
Oh no, we lost it on the side of Flight Club.
No.
The troll.
Almost as if they are expecting a Fire Mercy, like you said.
Yeah.
It's nice to see Ryan Zari on both teams at the moment, unless I'm getting trolled again. It's going to be quite a brawly fight.
But yeah, it seems like Pepe Hands is keeping the May on ATAC, which is a very interesting choice.
I think it can work, especially with the
It
sort
can
of
work.
brawl comp they're trying to go with.
Yeah. May definitely works really well in Brawl, but it has to be done very right, which I'm pretty sure they can do. We'll see though.
There was a good wall separating the tanks from the
Very
rest of the
good
team
wall.
there.
It definitely allowed them some space to kind of push in here too and sort of try and make their presence known on point here.
Rez comes up from Cobra, so Rocco
Three
is
and
back
Twitch
in the
following up.
fight.
You see a couple of picks from Pepe Hands, but overall, Flight Club managed to not even allow a tick. Faz was streaming.
Hello?
We're streaming Faz.
What's
You gotta go.
this?
You gotta go, my dude. We're live.
Okay, I gotta go.
Goodbye.
See it.
Goodbye.
I do see.
that
I do
guy.
see it, Dis.
Hydra with the first pick
Hydra
here on.
gets Cobra right
on
away.
Mercy
It's
as
a very
well.
good pick.
No
Piccolo
res
just
for
comes
Flight
out on
Club
the
right
side
now.
of Fight Club. Very good wall from the May. Or to separate the healers.
Good
The Twitch
turn.
gets 2 very good
Turn there
kills.
from Wolf and Godspeed to deal with that high noon that was behind them.
Oh, looks like Pepe Hands are
SDR
going to win
gets
this
a
one.
very good pick on Rocco though, and then Wolf gets 2. Looks like they're gonna take this.
So it looks like they're trying to push up a little aggressively. Hydra is.
After, you mean?
Yeah. Yep. Sorry. Dude, that's totally not my decision.
Hmm?
Asking to get unbanned.
Nice.
Yeah, sorry, chatting with chat. You do have Twitch up behind here, looking for a high noon from behind, just kind of waiting. Oh, nope, he dropped down.
Oh, a wall
Chat
from
finds two.
FDR. Got a grab going out from
With the
Fight
beat
Club,
though, able
but
to
a
save the
beat
rest of the
from
team.
Pepe to save them.
Fire Mercy is
But
behind
it
now.
seems like J-Dog
Do you
gets
still
the
have a
kill
grab
on
from
FDR.
Pepe hands?
Coalescence comes out from.
Oh, that's a huge
MGM.
pick. No grab this fight.
Ooh. Two very good picks from Twitch, yeah.
Make
Three
that a
good
three
picks
piece.
from Twitch. Is he gonna make it 4? No, it doesn't seem like it.
Spectate M3 here for a little bit.
Pepe Hands is trying to push back though. They have 4 very good ults that they can use. Oh, here comes the grab.
It's a big grab.
With Coalescence as well.
If
Which
to
is able
separate the
to
Ryan from
get
the rest of his
Rocco.
team.
Ooh.
M3 needs a big ult. Unfortunately, not able to find it. Was able to find Hydra only.
Twitch though is still back here, shooting at Pepe Hands.
And
But
he does
FDR
have that
get
ult.
M3.
But it looks like FDR is trying to get to him and is waiting.
Ooh. Really good from Crit.
Good block by Rocco.
Ooh. And a very huge blizzard too from FDR.
And now that that Ryan is
It
down,
should
they will
help
be able to
Pepe
get
Hands
points.
from. Yep. Pepe pushes to the second point.
FDR with a three piece
And-
here.
Can they snowball though to the third point? That's the question. Or can Fight Club possibly hold this?
Fight Club have a grab coming online, but do they have the follow up? Chrismic does have the beat ready for that. Grab does come out.
Ooh, Cobra.
Hydra is able to find one with High Noon. No res again for Flight Club. Hydra finding another.
Twitch still in those back lines a
Twitch
little bit
does
here.
get Hydra. And Coalescence comes out for Fight Club. Twitch gets 2 now. Can
Twitch
Twitch
doing
get
a
3?
lot of work in the back.
J-Dog gets Wolf. Which is just FDR who's trying to retreat. Are they gonna stagger him? Nope, seems like he's gonna get out A-okay.
That was a huge bubble from J-Dog, allowing Twitch to take that final kill against Godspeed.
So Pepe Hands does still have a decent amount of time here.
I see we're streaming.
We're streaming.
I'm ahead of it.
Ooh, a 3k with Barrage coming from M3. Ooh, and then he gets 4 with
Can
the
you throw
kill on
something into
FDR.
plank, Sebi?
Yeah, I'm actually doing that right now.
Sorry about all these joins, chat. We have a scrim tonight in a little bit, so.
Grab does find 2. Moira was able to get out of that.
I can see what Fight Club is thinking, switching to the Baptiste. Oh, they have a Matrix too right now.
Ooh, that was a free
Good.
shatter as well.
Yeah.
After MGM Gold was able to take out Rocco.
Just
So
gotta
it seems
work.
like
Three
Pepe
was able to
Hands
get a
may
pick,
just
but-
push this.
Time banks are fairly similar here, though. I know they have
Yeah.
about an extra 30 seconds on Pepe Hands, but those 30 seconds can be easily burnt down by Flight Club.
They can also be easily used to their advantage.
Yep. Your team, my dude.
Apologies.
Want to see on attack a very aggressive sort of shield break team that can collapse here. The May would be really good. Widow would be also a good pick if they can get some early headshots in.
Seems like we're seeing Widow on the side of Fight Club, and we're seeing that Mercy again on the side of Pepe Hands, but also seeing the Mei on the side of Pepe Hands, which could be a really good choice for them. Just because, stall, freezing.
Yeah, MGM has gotten some really clutch reses in as Mercy, able to kind of keep the team fights going, so they play and position themselves very well on this map.
They've definitely had, like, from what I've noticed, really good mobility on Mercy, which is what you need for Mercy.
It's up to Farah here. Is Hydra able to take out that pharmacy combo? Oh, excuse me, it's Ana Moira with the Farah. Might make it tough for M3 to be incredibly aggressive, as per usual, but...
Well, if Cobra can get a really good sleep here...
Kill on crit, but then they trade it for Godspeed getting Twitch. We got the res on crit.
But we do have the hit scan down, so that fire is going to go a little uncontested here unless FDR can get some shots in.
M3 is
really good wall from FDR.
80%
we got a Matrix
to
coming down the side of Pepe Hands. But MGM goes down to M3, and it seems that FDR is in the back lines. Ooh, very good barrage from M3 there.
The Pepe Hands were doing a good job sort of keeping the point alive.
Ooh, it seems like Fight Club's gonna get this.
Do you have FDR swapping to the Hanzo now?
And they get it before it has to go to overtime. Gives them that extra...
It doesn't matter. It's already
because
overtime.
of the payload coming out too, so it's gonna take its time. Yep. Unfortunate, the payload.
Now the team here can't be too aggressive. They have to all sort of just take the payload all the way to the point.
Very huge graviton. Doesn't get
Able
any.
to find 4, I think, but
Seth, I'm not really sure why you stopped.
Coalescence coming down on the side of Fight Club. Seems
Nano
like they really
Reaper,
want
now
to
that's
try.
pretty scary.
Ooh.
Able to find 2, make that 3.
Amazing kills from Twitch right now. An amazing nano from Cobra.
Godspeed is in the back there though.
Bro, I'm on stream right now. Okay.
I think this is becoming a meme at this point now.
Everybody wants to be a part. Sibby, I might give you groups so that you can start doing that, so I don't have to keep doing that on stream.
Alright.
Deadeye.
Considering that this is in overtime, they have pushed this payload quite far here.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, very good.
With a huge 2 picks though. Westfeed had
huge
2 of his
picks
own.
on both sides. But it seems like Pepe may just be able to hold this. Wow.
They weren't able to get rid of Godspeed. He was able to find, I think, was that 4 or 5? Was it enough? From Flight Club? Like Jibba was saying, yeah, they did take it a fair distance.
Alright, I'm gonna give you group leader right now. So you can start booting
I have
people.
the power.
You have a little power. So we just have to see Pepe Hands match that aggressiveness. Yep, Seth, we can still see chat. That's what I meant to say to you. I'm not really sure why the comments were disabled on the side. I personally didn't do anything to disable them, so maybe it's just a little glitch or something like that.
Okay, so Flight Club are running with a Pharmacy May, along with Arissa Ryan and a Baptiste for heals.
That's a really
the Pharaoh was putting in work.
But yeah, if it works, like, don't change it. It's obvious that Pepe Hands was having a little difficulty with the Pharah. Not like a lot of difficulty, but you can tell there were parts where they like forget about the Pharah and Barrage would come.
I just wonder
So
if it's the smartest move, especially on defense.
Yeah. Because Pharmacy on defense can be kind of, like, iffy. It seems like we're going to see a Pharmacy on the side of Pepe Hands too, though. So, Pharmacy versus Pharmacy kind of action.
The Orisa and the Baptiste will be able to do a little bit of damage up there too, though.
Right away, FDR gets Cobra. And gets their other healer. That's no healers on the side of Fight Club.
After just popping right now.
They need to
Very
collapse
strong walls
upon.
from FDR as well.
They need to collapse upon this properly and keep getting these picks like they're doing,
FDR.
especially with the lack of healers right now.
It's only just Twitch on point, and he gets staggered, it seems. It seems like Fight Club really is trying to stall this, though, right now. Pepe Hands gets their first tick. Seems like they're going to give it to them now.
Yeah. Well, realistically, it's one team fight win for Flight Club. Chris does get the res. And we are starting to see a couple of ults coming online for both teams. Speaking
Twitch
of
with a
which,
nice
Twitch was
pick.
able to take him out.
Ooh, very good.
Oh.
Very good coordination on the side of Fight Club.
If they can just
Yeah, that
force them
Matrix is
off
really
point
They
good.
can just be very aggressive and push back on Pepe Hands. There could be a chance this is the end.
We see Tracer trying to get here at the
Twitch
end.
is just getting those kills, and Fight Club takes it.
Really impressive numbers from both of these teams here.
MGM again with that amazing healing. 23,000.
You can't be sleeping on Wolf's damage block there as well, though.
Oh no. Seems like someone's left on the side of Fight Club. Or are they doing a substitution?
Can you answer that for me, Subby? Just so I can get people swapped around and all of that.
Sure.
And then just ask them for swaps and readies so we can get that timer going. I don't know who that person is.
Okay, I'm just gonna remove 2 from.
Oh, no, you can't remove them from the lobby. You're just if people keep joining our group.
Ah, I see.
And I don't know if this person...
It says.
Okay. Smooth has to spectate. Blue. Mori, Change, Tommy, Winter Oak, MGM.
Okay, smooth in for Flight Club.
Alright, so smooth in for Flight Club.
Hmm.
And anybody else?
Let's see. Mori, Change. This is for Pepe hands. Mori, Change, Tamine, Winter, Oak, and MGM.
Alright, so Mori for Godspeed,
Yep,
Change for crits,
yep,
Tamine for Wolf, MGN, no.
yep.
Okay, Oak isn't here.
MGM stays in, Oak stays in. Or swap Oak for
Oak
Hydra.
isn't here.
Oh.
I'm inviting him. Unless he is here somehow and I don't see him, but... Yeah, no, Oak's not here yet. Okay. And then Oak for who?
Oak for Hydra, I believe. Yeah, Pepe hands is fine. Hydra to spectate Pepe
Yep.
hands as well at the bottom.
And then I just need to make it Anubis. So much behind the scenes stuff. Where is Temple of Anubis? Go. Alright, we just need Flight Club's SR.
Who is this at the bottom?
They're not in the league, I don't think.
No? They get the Banhammer.
Lots of people getting the Banhammer tonight. So yeah, we just need the SR and a ready. I think Oof is in, so I'll ask Oof for that. Okay, now we just need readies from the teams. Oh, the funs of running a lobby. Let me know when we get readies and I'll make sure we get loaded up.
Sure.
Gotcha. Seems like we have a ready coming from Pepe hands. Just waiting on Fight Club, it seems. And they're ready from Fight Club.
All right.
Oh, 2CP.
Oh, I hate 2CP. I hate this map specifically too.
This map in Paris,
Paris
Okay,
is a
and Horizon Lunar
beautiful
Colony,
map.
and pretty much every single
It's
2CP
pretty,
map,
but- Yeah,
aside from maybe Hanamura and Volskaya.
I think Hanamura is like my most favorite of the 2CPs, and like Anubis is probably still one of my least favorites, just because I hate that last point. It's so terrible to try and break through, especially when their spawn is that close. But it's not impossible, so we should be able to see some really fun comps coming through, because I know like a lot of people like to bunker down, especially here on Anubis, to how this first choke kind of plays out.
We do have a defensive Junkrat though,
Oh.
what I was looking forward to. It's going to be really difficult to get into first point really with all the tight chokes.
Oh yeah, Junkrat's definitely really good, especially if they do decide they want to, as they're coming in, push left. That Junkrat's going to be really good for controlling that area and keeping Pepe Hands from being able to safely make it through unless they, of course, get rid of the Junkrat. It does seem like M3 is putting the trap right there in a really nice spot, actually. Right by the door on left choke, so it's obvious that he does believe that they're going to go from there. We also have Thick as well on the Widow, which is also a really good choice for Anubis. And on the side of Pepe Hands, we got double shield, Ryan Orisa, and a pharmacy with a Ana. This is actually a pretty good comp on their side. Ooh,
Okay,
Chain
Pick's
6
going in
and
favor.
Tommen right away go down. Ooh, and a really good pull from Rocco.
Strong start for Flight Club here.
Ooh,
Smooth is able to find the Pharah.
that's a really good stagger on the side of Fight Club.
I would say it's an interesting fight to take, but I mean, that is Smooth on Lucia here.
Yep.
I would expect no less.
Ooh, Tommen does get the pick on Thick on Isan. But the res does come in, so right now it's still even. Ooh, we got the tire. Oh, he gets
Big
a 2K.
tire, able to get both
Really good tire
tanks.
from N3. Both Change 6 and Mori go down to that, and it seems that Fight Club is going to equalize now.
Can they do anything about this pharmacy here? Gotta get rid of Oof.
Dude, they do have to wait for MGM though, and to see if the Farah can get back to the team.
They are still
Yeah,
aware of
they're
where
trying
that
their
Farah
best to-
is.
Can they get rid of that Pharah and get a huge stagger? They
They
can.
do.
Big stagger from M3.
Oh, but Smooth was found out of place here.
Good kill from Mori. The res does come through from MGM.
Smart
So
idea
it's
to
good
use
to
the
have one
bongos
full team
quickly,
now.
especially since they were down one. And it paid off since they were able to find two. That being said, Efta is able to find Rocco. Rez does come out.
The res does come out. So it seems that Fight Club is able to stay right here. It's like they're moving anytime soon. Now it seems like that Pepe Hands is trying to get some poke damage going through, maybe trying to build up some ults, is my guess. They do have 3 good ults right now, though, and that's Falk, Barrage, and Dragons. We got Dragons coming through from the side of Pepe Hands. It seemed that Change 6 tried to pull J-Dog into it, but barely misses. Ooh, 2 kills. Ooh, again, another big tire from M3. If they do not deal with M3, there's no way they're going to be able to push. Pepe is just going to be stuck at the choke.
Oh, that was a big
Tommy.
stagger from
Yeah.
M3.
Tommy does get caught out, unfortunately, trying to kind of back away as much as they can.
Do you see some swaps? We've got
So now
Tracer
they're
and
gonna try
Hanzo
and go
coming up.
main. Tommen right away gets picked.
We do see Oof off the Widow
DPS.
onto
Cyclops
McCree.
just getting pick after pick.
Good
Though
news for
FDR
Flight
does
Club
get the
as
kill
well.
on M3, it's just a little bit late.
Force the Matrix out from Pepe hands. And they've only got a Rhine Shatter to work with now.
Again,
now
they're trying to go main and going right to point. Tommen's already there. We got a Valk going on the side of Fight Club.
Nice
FDR
hook
does
from
get
J-Dog.
Pico Nissan, but J-Dog does get Tommen. Shatter goes down. J-Dog... nothing yet. Again, a huge tire from M3. And it does seem like that Fight Club is going to be able to full hold right here on the first point.
Really good plays from the DPS on Flight Club.
Very, very
They're
good
getting
plays.
huge tires. I don't think he
they were
got
doing
a tire
so
below
good.
1k.
They were doing such a good job utilizing that Junkrat, which is definitely like something that can be difficult sometimes for some DPS players, because sometimes you can like overextend kind of easily with Junkrat. But no, M3 always had amazing positioning on the Junkrat. He always like had great tires, and it was just because that Fight Club just seemed like they didn't know what to do there. Not Fight Club, you know, Pepe Hands did not know, they seemed to know what they were doing there. If that makes any sense. I know I was kind of rambling there.
No, you were not rambling.
I am curious to see what Pepe is going to try and do to hold this, though. Because one tick and, you know, it's game over.
They're running a almost similar comp with the Junkrat Widow for
And
defense.
except now this time we have Mori on the Orisa, and we have Change 6 on the Sigma.
Interesting. Okay. Do have double shield again from Flight Club, running the pharmacy with Genji and Lucio.
Seen a lot of Genji tonight, which is not something I thought I'd be saying. But honestly, the Genji plays have been very good so far from FDR. So I'm really curious to see Pick pull out the Genji as well. Tommen instantly getting some bombs in there. Genji though pops right in right away. Ooh, J-Dog takes out Professor Oak. And then we got the kill from M3 onto MGM.
Losing
Does
both of
not
those
look good
healers
already.
early. Yeah.
Ooh. Tommen does get Rocco, but a double punching kill from Vic right now. That's what this is going to be for Fight Club. So it's 2-1 in Fight Club's favor, if I remember correctly.
That is correct. Really strong defensive hold by Flight Club there. You can tell that they have really good target focus and accuracy on that. They definitely make it a point to go after those healers first, which I know a lot of people try to do, but they execute it really well on their side. 8 Riptire kills.
Ooh, 8 Riptire kills.
In a very short amount of time.
He definitely deserves that 7 vote up right there.
Alright, I'm gonna do the swap thing again.
Doki doki.
Alright, what swaps are we having come through?
Flight Club are ready.
Why did it toss Kuro into Q? Weird. Right, so Flight Club is sticking with the same lineup you said?
Yep.
Map changes. Where are we going? Havana?
Yes.
Havana is honestly a very fun escort map, in my personal opinion. I didn't like it at first, but like the more I played it, I was like, it's just kind of a really fun map. I like it personally for like snipers. I think you get some really good Widow battles here.
Hanzo as well. It's
Hanzo
definitely a
as
really
well.
good sniper map, especially with all the sidelines.
And especially on that second indoor area, just all that high ground, a sniper can just take advantage of that completely.
How are we looking in match chat?
I'm dealing with it, just waiting for Wolf's lineup.
All right, do we have a ready or swaps from Pepe Hands?
I think they're still talking or waiting.
Alright, let's see if we have a ready from the teams.
Okay, Wolf's dropped in his lineup.
All right, so Avril, Mori.
So, Wolf for change,
Okay. Wolf for change.
Hydra for Tamim,
I think we're good after that, right?
Efta,
He's in, and Aver's in also.
He's in.
and MGM.
Yep.
Sweet.
Yep.
Seth, it's never easy. No, sir. Do we have readies, or I'm not looking at match chat?
Yeah, we got readies from both teams.
All right, let's get going then.
All right, Havana.
Let's hope to see some double snipers here from both teams.
I hope so too. I would love if we could have like a double sniper war going on.
I feel like we might see a Genji coming out.
There's been Genjis on both sides, and honestly, I'm like both shocked and very happy at the same time about it. Okay, no Genji. We do. Pico
We do.
Nissan does pull out the Genji. I just did not see it. And M3 is going Widow, and Hydra is going Hanzo. So we are getting some snipers. But we also see from the side of Pepe hands a Doomfist from FDR, and as we saw, his Doomfist was really, really good. So I am very excited to see what's going to happen here on Havana. So it is interesting how on the side of Pepe hands we have a Hog Orisa. Well, we got the traditional double shield on the side of Fight Club.
Yeah, it's going to be easier for Oof to play Genji, especially if it's only one shield. It just makes life a lot easier.
Oh yeah. It seems now we're getting a Pharah on the side of Fight Club, not a Widow. It goes right into the back lines. Right away gets FDR. Really good pull from Mori.
M3 doing a really good job of kind of forcing Pepe hands to continuously back up here while the payload moves forward slowly.
Fight Club is doing
Ooh, able to
really
take
good
out
job
other.
right now.
Smart to have 3 weapon cart just to push it all the way.
Mm-hmm.
And Pepe is just stuck here fighting Rocco
They
as they're pushing the cart.
they do
They
need
were
it.
able
That's
to
what
make
they
it back.
needed. Yeah, that's one thing that they did need to be a little bit careful about was that
Yeah.
aggressive push up with the 3 on cart and 2 going forward, because then that can just make a trickle effect, especially if they can get the kills here on the side of Pepe hands.
They are getting a res off on Mori, which is good. It
They
does
were
seem that they
having-
may be able to stabilize. Very good kill though from Broken Wings there. Ooh.
That was a big pull. Both tanks fragging out
Back
for
and
Pepe.
forth from both teams. Ooh, though it seems like Fight Club gets that really good Dragon Blade there. That lets
You know
them
that-
push all the way.
That really worked in Pepe's favor there. When they were able to take out the Orisa, they pretty much forced Flight Club to use all of those ults just to confirm the point.
Oh, it seems like we have M3 trying to get some pick damage off at the door. Doesn't seem to get it though.
I'm sure he's going to be ready to pop that barrage soon. I would say it is difficult to play Pharah on
Pepe's
this
shield
side.
seems to be down. And they have a
Matrix
Matrix
does
coming
come
on the
out.
side of Pepe hands. And FDR does get the Pharah.
That's huge.
Matrix seems to be in the back lines trying to get a kill, but instead goes down to FDR.
FDR takes out both DPS here.
Really good pull from Mori that lets him get Rocco out of position. And still almost 3 good ults, almost 4 good ults actually on the side of Pepe hands. FDR really, really doing good, helping his team hold this point.
Spicy 4K from him as well. Now, Flight Club is taking the left
High
rotation.
ground route, it seems. Yeah. A good pull from Rocco doesn't seem to get anything. M3's still trying to pick off some dragons on the side of Pepe
A
goes
lot
in.
of ults for both teams.
Does get a pick though, which is a really good kill.
That's huge. That stopped Flight Club from nanoblading since the Genji was out.
FDER gets 3 kills, one of them being that Dragon Strike kill, which is really good for Pepe right now. And Hydra does clean up with the 2 more kills. And he, staggers Biko Nissan, which is honestly
Yeah, FDR really
amazing for
putting in work.
Pepe's side.
They gotta do something about FDR.
Especially because he has that Mercy pocketing him at all times. Ooh,
M3 does find Hydra.
he does find Hydra, yeah.
It's gonna be pretty much uncontested with no hit stand now.
And the Graviton kill, not kill. Graviton does come from both sides, it seems. Doesn't seem that Fight Club finds any kills.
I think that
Will
Immort really
Pepe.
saved those two there.
Another dragon comes through, but MGM Gold does get the kill on J-Dog, and Smooth gets the kill on FDR. So it does seem like Pepe is getting more kills in their favor.
But it does come out.
Really,
That
really
Immort
good
again?
immortality comes out
Is that
from...
enough?
Ooh, no, good kills from both sides, but it does seem like Fight Club is slowly pushing the cart in their favor.
Ava is doing a
Pepe
really
has
good job
tried
actually. Like healing the team then, able to get the res as well.
Oh yeah. Seems that Pepe does stabilize here.
Now, aside from the Matrix, both teams don't really have anything to work with here.
It does seem like that Fight Club's trying to go around, but they're being stopped by Mori.
Mori caught
Mori
out
goes
there.
down from M3.
Was able to fight as he had no gold. 3 with a pick.
Ooh,
Make that 2.
two-
Make that 3.
Nice shutdown by M3 to take out the
Yep.
high noon.
Honestly, the Reaper is really what they needed right now to push. Smooth gets a really good kill though on the Mercy that
Broken?
keeps her from rezzing.
Broken has some really good positioning too as the Sana in the back lines
Well,
here.
he was able to touch, but I think that's going to do more harm than good. Now starting with 2 minutes, getting to the final third.
Fight Club's healers there honestly had like amazing position. Both Smooth and Broken knew where they needed to be and were helping their team effectively. And that was honestly very helpful for Fight Club's push, obviously, you know. You don't want your
They've also
healers
got-
to get picked first.
They've also got 5 ults to work with now.
Oh yeah. They didn't use a single ult for that, I don't think. Correct me
That
if
being
I'm
said,
wrong.
Pepe Hands have also got
Oh,
5.
that's Dragon coming in from Pepe hands. It does get 2! Ooh.
All finding his own as well. Stopping the push immediately. And they were able to bait out the beat as well. That being said, Flight Club's Reaper ult is almost at 100% as well, so they're still working with 5 ults. I would like to see Wolf and Hydra maybe combo.
Ooh, 2 more
But they were
kills
able
on
to
the
get
side
2
of-
quick picks already.
And it looks like we're getting that combo on the other side from Flight Club instead.
Oh, we're getting it from both teams?
Ooh! It does seem like Fight Club pulled it off. Ooh, it does seem like they're gonna push this even more. FDR and Aver seem to be trying to see if they can get some kicks, but
Hydra is able to find one.
dealing with them.
I would like to see this nano being used. Here it is. And I'm assuming this Reaper ult is coming out. Finds 2.
Bit of a Beyblade going on there. And she gets the res off, that's amazing.
Ava got a huge res there. It's going to
Huge res.
maybe allow the rest of the team to come back. Hydra was able to touch at the very last second.
They're trying their best to stall, but it does seem like Fight Club's gonna push it all the way.
There's the bell. I wonder if we're going to see any sort of snipers right off the bat again. I'm hoping we do.
This is where I want to see 5 healers, 1 Genji. I do miss the old days of no roll lock when you used to be able to pull off things like that, especially when you have talented players that can definitely play their characters well.
That can make it work.
Yeah.
Well, Flight Club are going to be running with a Hanzo as their sniper. Running the Shimada brothers actually, for DPS along with the double shield and Mercy Lucio.
And honestly, Fight Club has really been utilizing the Genji very well. So I'm not surprised that they're going to try it, and use it again.
That being said, Efta has been popping off with his Hanzo.
Oh yeah.
So I can see why he's going to be sticking to his sniper as well there. Hydra as well. Can't be sleeping on any of these guys here. Pretty similar lineups though, aside from the Baptiste on Pepe hands.
So far, it just seems like they're picking for some ults.
Like Club have no shields really to work with at the moment.
And Wolf is doing a good job using his Sigma shield to block M3's.
That's a big matrix and a big
FDR
pool as well.
M3 in the Hanzo duel. So they do trade, and Onisan does get FDR, and Hydra does get pick in exchange. The res comes out on FDR.
Good shield there from Wolf.
Team again. And FDR does get smooth with a Sonic.
They need to get rid of this Orisa Mercy right now. They can't let them escape. Looks like they are able to escape. It's a good job by Rocco and Broken.
This is a do or die match here for Pepe hands. They need to win this if they want to bring this to map 5.
It's a strong kill to start things off by Hydra. Make that a 2-piece.
Isn't moving. Oh, here it goes. But I was gonna say, like, don't do all that amazing work and then your payload doesn't.
You know, even with that Baptiste away from the fight, they were still up 1, so I'd like to see this aggression carry out.
FDR is just doing amazing on the Hanzo.
That being said, J-Dog is able to find one.
Yep.
Able to take out FDR actually. That's exactly what they
now
needed.
we have the
since he was
dragons
getting the
coming
picks.
from Fight Club side. Doesn't seem to find anyone. The res does come off for FDR.
Blade and Bongo is being pulled out. Hydra is able to stun Vic as well. Able to get the kill because of that.
Ooh.
Things going back and forth, but FDR is really
FDR
starting to
does get
frag.
2 kills on the Storm, which is really good.
Definitely want to see J-Dog hopefully escape a way out of this.
Can Lucio get out of that? No, he can't. Smooth is taken by the dragons.
You got a Graviton coming from both sides. The
Favor
res
of Flight
comes up
Club
on
at the moment.
FDR. Can he bring this back? Hydra does get the kill on Rocco. It seems like Fight Club's going to take this. No, but FDR does get the kill on Smooth. Very back and forth right now.
FDR's wanting to take this with a Mercy pocket right now. Is he able to? It's pretty much a 2v3 situation. They got 2v4.
Smooth,
Can he get out? Oh, that was...
He does not, but Broken is able to.
That being said, he's almost at 90% for Dragons again, so maybe it was worth?
So it looks like they're a little split here on Pepe Hands, going two different ways.
You have Mercy, Sigma, like, going main, and then you have the rest of the team trying to go left. Or right, I mean. They're going right. Vel coming out on Pepe Hand's side. And dragons do come out as well. Doesn't look like it gives anyone.
Not able to find anyone, but does split the team apart, and they capitalise on that. Hydra able to take out M3. Here comes the Blade. They're able to find MGM.
On MGM.
And also able to find
Oh, was
Hydra.
that a Reflect? That was. A Reflect able to kill Hydra as well.
Very nice. Does seem like Fight Club is going to stabilize here. Seems that now Pepe is trying to take high ground. And it does seem like that Vic and M3 are trying to go behind and intercept them.
Double the
Very
opening
good
thing,
kill on
but
FDR
M3
by
retaliates.
Now it's an all-out brawl in this one room, and it does seem like M3 is taking advantage of it perfectly.
Huge uppercut from M3. Follow-up is there. Wolf was able to find Thick, but not enough to sway the team fight. Now they've only got one more push. Quite a lot of ults online for both teams. Gonna be one last triangle fest.
J-Dog gets the kill on Hydra and then instantly goes for a Graviton. He catches, I believe, 4 into that.
But we do get that field
And
from
it
Baptiste.
does make a really good combo for 2 more ults. Or 3 more ults.
That looks like a team kill. Oh, who's on point?
Aver doing very best there to kind of linger around as a Mercy as well as they can.
And that seems like it. Seems like Fight Club is going to take this and win 3-1 in their favor.
Mm-hmm. And then that brings us to MVPs.
I wanted to say right away that I think FDR needs to have MVP for DPS just because of his Hanzo play on this map and also his plays on Ilios. Honestly, he did amazing on every DPS that he played, and I do feel like he should have that recognition for that.
I agree with you. I can also say that M3 was also fragging out constantly all throughout.
Yes, he was
Yeah.
I was debating between those two.
I mean, to be honest, I'd be happy giving it to either of them.
Oh, that makes me tiebreaker. While I agree with both of those, I think I personally would have to go with M3. We saw a lot of different changes on the characters, but especially I did want to point out on King's Row, we saw the Pharah without the Mercy, and the amount of space that M3 made without that pocket. You have to really trust yourself as a Pharah player and know what you're doing, especially when they were playing a hit scan against him. And I think they were still playing the double hit scan against him at that point, or it might have just been the sole hit scan. But M3 was what we've seen from from me, what I saw in all of his plays when he was Genji, when he was Doomfist, when he was Pharah, was one of the first people that was always going after the healers and taking them out of the fights, and that was really turning everything for Flight Club. So while FD did a great job at his DPSing and at countering him, I think M3 really helped turn a lot of the fights for Flight Club.
I do have to agree with that, especially if I believe it was him on the Doomfist. He literally ruined that push for Pepe Hands.
Mm-hmm.
M3 did. And that is something that I do have to point out as well. It's like, I feel like that if he did not like corner them in that room and just get that uppercut kill and just bully them in that room, they may have been able to push out and get onto point.
Definitely, though, a huge shout out actually just in general to all of Flight Club's DPSs. Twitch did amazing on the Reaper all game long, and Oof did really also well on. We saw him on the McCree, we saw the Widow, and we saw the Genji. But yeah, for me, M3 just kind of was lit as DPS
Yeah,
tonight.
honestly, like, he stole the show. But all of Fight Club's DPS, you're right, did absolutely amazing.
So, how about tanks then?
I want to say either Wolf or J-Dog. Those are the two that I was debating with.
That's exactly what I was going to go for. I think both of them played extremely well. I would say I want to give it to J-Dog more so because I feel like he was fragging a lot more.
Yeah.
A lot of big plays, a lot of ults
Not only that,
that
but he
really
caught
went
my
into his
attention.
team's favor.
Yeah. He caught my attention on Ilios, and I just like never stopped watching him because I was like, oh, what's he gonna do? His tank play was just always calculated. He always had like a plan of what he was gonna do. Honestly, it was just really well done.
I'm definitely in agreement with those. Wolf did a great job for Pepe Hands, but I would give it to J-Dog, honestly. Which then we're going to give healing to Pepe Hands. So we had...
MGM is who I was thinking of, personally.
Yeah.
You're thinking
Right
of him.
away.
I was thinking Ava.
Oh,
I
that's another good
would
choice too.
100% go with MGM. We saw incredible reses and ability to keep the team alive on King's Row, and also their immortality fields whenever they played Baptiste. And then also on point one as the Lucio, they stalled out Ilios for quite a little bit each time.
Not only that, when they played Moira, it was always like one coalescence after another coalescence. It was always like a welly time coalescence as well. It was never just, I'm gonna pop this. It was always like, I'm popping this for this reason. You could tell, you know, that it was a really good coalescence every single time, and every other healer they played was just super like up that bar, you know, of just excellence.
Yeah, so for me, I would definitely go with MGM. Avril was amazing as Mercy and very sneaky and able to just kind of slip away a lot of the times and escape out of fights and help the team escape out of fights. But I do think I personally would go with MGM.
All right, so we got our
Yeah, I can agree with that.
MVPs then.
All right, so those are the MVPs then. So we are going to end stream
Alright.
here. MVPs, Flight Club got M3 for DPS, J-Dog for tank, and Pepe Hands heal MVP went to MGM. I know there is another game going on simultaneously right now on Twitch. It is Antimatter versus Pound Pups. I'm not really sure what the score is on that one, but if you guys want to go check it out, I know your Revity and Dead End are casting that game. So,
Yeah.
thanks, guys.
I believe I have a scrim coming up though, so
Yep. We're all getting out of here. So, chat, thanks for coming. We appreciate you always being here and engaging with us. And have a good night.
We'll see you
have a
later.
good night.